G'day viewers and welcome to another racing-based preview of this weekend's thoroughbred racing action. Great result for us last week. I gave you guys 5 tips, 2 were scratched, 2 saluted and 1 third, but Burbero was a really good winner at $11 for us, storming home in the Missile Stakes to get up for a big win. And as a few people have suggested, that might have been a fluke. I don't think so. Stick with Burbero this campaign and he can get us some more cash. So with last week done and dusted, let's get on to this week. I'll welcome in an absent Rick Chapman from last week, and Rick can steer us into some more winners this week. So Rick, how are you, mate?
I'm very good for a man of my habits.
Okay, well, let's see if we can make punters happy on Saturday, Rick, and let's kick off with the Rosehill feature, the San Domenico Stakes. One of your favourites will be returning in Vancouver. Are you sticking with him?
Well, after watching his trial the other day against 4 Group 1 horses and reflecting on his magnificent Golden Slipper win, where he sat 3 wide for a good part of the race on a day that the track wasn't playing well and nothing going wide won, and he still stormed away to win. I know he's got more weight and everything else, but he's just a better horse. I do fear, however, Haptic. I'm a massive trials fan, as everybody knows, and his trial was simply awesome. And I don't think he'll be left alone up front. I think King's Troop will go forward, and there's 1 or 2 others will kick through on the inside and go hard early. I think Paul Perry's is likely to lead them all. But Haptic is a much better horse than he was. But Vancouver's, he might be the best that Gay's put a bridle on. If that's the case, he wins this.
Yeah, I agree. He's the best horse in the race, Rick, but that doesn't mean I'm tipping him. So race fitness can mean a lot in these big races, and the race fit Japanisme from Chris Waller's stable won all 3 this campaign. Last start was really, really impressive. And you look at the times that she ran, was nearly a second quicker than Vancouver ran last campaign over the same track and distance. They both ran on slow 6. So the 1,100 metre times, you can line them up fairly accurately. It's not like a 1,400 metre race where tempo can dictate times a bit more. I like the time and the weights they carried on both occasions. Japanisme now meets Vancouver, for time's sake, 5.5 kilos better off at the weights. So with race fitness and some flying times, I think Japanisme can cause an upset and make it 4 in a row.
Well, it's on paper, fairly logical way to unpack the race, but keep in mind that Gay's horses go best when they're first and second up because she has them primed to go. So I'm not sure whether he'll be lacking in the score of race fitness, Vancouver, but you've just got to suspect. Well, I think he's just a different animal. He's just a different animal, and I'm with it. Japanisme was outstanding last start, and I was on it when it resumed. It was one of the trial specials when it resumed. It's now won 3 in a row. But great race. Deserves more than a Group 3 status, I think. Sure.
And just on Vancouver, Rick, the fact that Gay had set him for the Golden Slipper last time, he was obviously, bred, or not bred, he was, trained to have some speed in his legs. The fact that he's heading towards the Caulfield Guineas, Cox Plate possibly, Gay will be training him differently this time in. You think he's going to have the speed in his legs to go first up over 1,100?
Well, he just won that 740-metre trial the other day, leading 4 Group 1 horses all the way. So, yeah, I think he will.
Okay, I think we've covered that one anyway, Rick. Let's maybe head over to Melbourne.
Yeah.
We've got the PB Lawrence Stakes.
Speaking of a particular horse that we seem to differ on quite often, the old boy Smoking Joey's in, and I'm tipping against him. I love him, but I'm tipping against him.
Kidding me, because you know what? I've switched camps, Rick, and I'm tipping him this week.
There you go. Well, I'm tipping against him simply because I just think he's going to have trouble from that draw, circling this better quality horses at Caulfield, which is, not the greatest track in the world for horses going wide. And he's going to have to go deep and run on well. And I'll tell you, speaking of horses that have improved since their last campaign, Excess Knowledge has improved about 5 lengths. It's a quality racehorse. It's a Group 2 horse here for sure and certain. And I just think he's going to be up on the pace. He's going to kick as they straighten up. And Smoking Joey, as much as I love him and thankful for the way he's filled and lined my pockets over the last couple of months, he's going to rattle home, but he's not going to catch Excess Knowledge, and Mourinho's going to be right in there too. So Gay's going to have a big day.
Okay, so Gay's Excess Knowledge for you, Rick. I'll just let you in on why I'm jumping on the Joey bandwagon this week, Rick. I've had a dislike for this horse for a while. He's just hard to catch, but looking through the form, his last start, he was super impressive. I'm sure everyone's seen him circle the field and go away to win impressively, but his last 3 runs at Caulfield have been 2 wins and a second in a Group 1 race. So you can't argue with his Caulfield 1,400-metre form. And I think Wes Hunter's just figured this horse out now. Wes has stated publicly that the way to ride him is to ride him ugly. Don't try and cuddle him up and ride him pretty and look for gaps, whatever. Just ride him like the best horse. Keep him wide, circle the field, and he can do the job. So I'm hoping Parnham puts in another ugly ride on Smokin' Joey and makes it 3 in a row.
There you go. 1 for the Uggos.
That's it. Okay, more group action in Melbourne. Rick, we've got the Vane Stakes for the 3-year-old colts and geldings. Have you got one picked out there?
Oh, Stoker's going to be hard to beat. I think it's an ugly race. You talk about ugly. I just think it's an ugly race. I find it difficult to find a winner. I don't like horses drawn deep at Caulfield, but he might be the best horse. Top Me Up, I thought was going to be outstanding, but disappointed last start. Regarza del Corsa trained well with a gear change. I'm going to stay out of the race, but you forced me to make a tip. I'll make. I'll go for Stoker narrowly.
Okay, yeah, I've got a bit of time for Stoker, Rick, but I've seen his first up run. He was pretty disappointing. He was really average, to be honest. I'm sure Tony's got some big plans for this horse during the carnival, but I don't think he's ready just yet. I was really taken with the jump out of Ragazzo del Corsa for Danny O'Brien. He blitzed him in his trial, his jump out. It wasn't in super quick time. There were others that ran quicker in the day, but he sped to the front, just cruised to a 6-length lead and beat Nimini Pimini home, who come out and beat Her Story last weekend at Flemington. So I think that form stacks up quite well. He's got the blinkers going on, so you would think that O'Brien's got him ready for a first up kill here, and he might be short at $3, but I think he's the one to beat.
Well, he's certainly drawn to get the box seat run. So as I said, I'm going to stay out of the race completely because there's 11 in it, which means there's probably 38 different chances. So not for mine. Too tough.
Sure. Okay. Well, what about in the fillies version, the Quezette Stakes, Rick? Have you got one for there?
Yeah. Well, here we go again. Again, given the way the course is going to play, this thing of Gay's, Giulietta, it's flying at the moment, absolutely flying. It beats everything that she puts next to it on the track. It trialled like a bomb the other day, and I just think as good as Petite's Falouse is, this filly's going to lead them. She'll cross and lead, and Gay's don't get tired. She'll burn away on the turn, and Giulietta, I think, will get the prize. So it'll be a big day for Karen McAvoy if I'm right, 2 winners, and an even bigger day for Gay, who returns on Friday. So she'll be a first. She's been in the States for the last month or so. She rubbed shoulders with American Pharaoh and Bob Baffett and company, but she's going to have a big day coming back, which is often the case.
Yeah, I don't think Giulia's going to have an easy time getting to that lead if she wants it, Rick. You mentioned the speed balloon for Siren Ma. It's got some pace, but another one of Maroney's horses, which is my tip for the race, Misty Waters, that thing can go. That thing's got some really good early toe. That was super impressive in a jump out the other day. She ran the quickest time of the day, did it under a stranglehold, went to the line with her ears pricked, and had plenty left in the tank. The only problem with this horse is the 1100's a bit of a question mark. She just tired in an Adelaide Stakes race over 1,050. Her other form over shorter trips, 1,900, has been really, really good. But she would have matured a bit since that last campaign. And at $17, I think Misty Waters is a great each-way chance to get in there. I think she was $4.60 for the place. So it's better odds than it's double the odds you're going to get for the favourite. So maybe stick with Misty Waters each way. Okay, well, you got anything else out for the week? Anything else for the weekend, Rick?
Yeah, I always like to go to the secondary meet in Sydney on Saturday, and it's Kembla this week. There's often winners there that are just coming in for a run and an easy kill, and I think there's two of them in there. Ortrice in race 2, outstanding trial, wound up only in the last 100 metres, and it's looking for a nice long straight, and we'll get that at Kembla. So Ortrice. And in race 7, Speed was most impressive in a trial. I marked it down as midweek city grade, and it's in a maiden at Kembla on Saturday. So if they bet me $4 it, well, you just know I'm going to be cheering.
So you haven't seen any odds for those markets yet, Rick?
No, I didn't. I didn't look at the odds. I tend to back my Kembla horses on Saturdays. But anyway, too many things to do. Stories to tell. Kids to take to school. Form to read. You know how it is.
Yeah, mate. It's a busy life, that's for sure. Okay, well, that's it for another weekly preview. Hopefully we've steered you guys into some more winners, and best of luck to everyone on Saturday.
Yes, remember, punting's easy, and I do recall one more. Peeping trial particularly well. And if you look at that race 1 tomorrow at Rosehill, 4 of them can't win. They just can't win for various reasons, which we won't go into, which I think just allows Peeping to posse up in about 3rd, and she just sprints too quickly for them in the run home. So I'll be on her too. But it's a great day of racing. I hope it's not marred or spoiled by, ill weather such as rain and heavy winds, because I love seeing the good horses come back. I might go to Rosehill tomorrow on Saturday, because Start Wondering is having its first start in Australia too. It's a Chris Waller horse, and it's trialled like a group horse the way it has, and it's working particularly well too. So there's winners everywhere. Punting's going to be easy on Saturday.
All right. Sounds good, and you sound excited, Rick.
I am. No racing person worth their salt is not excited leading into the spring carnival.
Well said. Okay, well, tune in next week. Like I said, you can fill your pockets, and we can contribute to that. So bye for now, and we'll see you next week.